Hello, my beautiful fragrance family. Dustin here, fragrance fan. Go ahead and do me a solid and click that like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell notification. I'm just going to keep on giving you guys these budget-friendly fragrance reviews. That 40-ish and $100 range. Most of these, way less than that. A good number of these you can find at your local rack stores. This one you can find at your local Walmart. This is the first time that I have purchased a fragrance from this house, and I'm talking about the house of Dossier. And this is Fougere Pink Pepper. Some of y'all can be brutal in the comments, by the way. So yeah, my first one from this house. And the cool thing about these are the magnetic cap. Also, a pretty beast mode atomizer. So most of the time these things are right on display for you to be able to smell. And you know, the boxes are real simple. Super simple. It's got a little card inside of the box and it has all the notes on the card. So this is inspired by Gucci Guilty Eau de Parfum, and if you haven't smelled that one, or you don't know what it smells like, then I'm going to let you know what this one smells like as a standalone fragrance. So what you can expect in this particular fragrance is it's going to start off with that powdery lavender, like a candied lemon, almost like a lemon head style lemon, under an umbrella of this beautiful, spicy, fresh pink pepper, a heart of that soft, sweet geranium, and some white florals, orange blossom florals, a light dose of patchouli, and a little bit of that amber. The amber is kind of there from the beginning to the end. Well, really, it starts off more with the powdery lemon, kind of like that candied lemon with like the powdery lavender. But the amber is there, like trying to poke its head through from the beginning. As it starts to dry down, the amber becomes a little bit more pronounced. It doesn't overtake the fragrance because it's almost like the heart of this fragrance is built around the powdery lavender, lemon, pink pepper thing. I mean, it even says right on the thing, it says lemon, pink pepper, and amber is what it smells like. But I get a whole lot of that powdery lavender. The pink pepper is definitely a huge player in this. It's fresh, it's spicy, it's uplifting, it gives it a sparkle right up top. So that is what this one smells like in a nutshell. Performance wise, the way that this thing acts on my skin, how it's been treating me, I've been wearing this thing a lot the past week and a half or so. I've really been spending time with this thing, and it's almost got like a sneaky performance. It's like it happened to me today. I sprayed on, like I've been thinking it performs decent. I sprayed on, you know, 3 hours later, 3.5 hours later, I'm like, man, I can't even smell this thing anymore. And then give it like another half hour and like it hits me pretty decent. It's like, oh, where did that come from? And I still smell it on my clothes like pretty well. So it's almost like after that 2 to 3 hour mark, it's like it comes and goes, but it just doesn't, it never like disappears real quickly. So it seems like from my experience so far, excuse me, the projection for like the first hour to 45 minutes is pretty decent, but then it comes back pretty close. It becomes not quite a skin scent, but a close scent bubble, maybe a 1.5 or 2 feet off for like the next 5 hours. This is like a 6-hour fragrance on me. Every time that I've wore this thing, it's about a 6-hour fragrance. It almost seems like it's going to be longer lasting because of how loud it is at first, but it's not. So if you plan on going out somewhere, don't be too afraid to spray. Don't spray too heavy, but you can spray decent with this one because it's not going to stay as loud as you think for much more than like 45 minutes. So it's a pretty safe fragrance too. This is a massive crowd pleaser. It's Gucci Guilty, which is a crowd pleasing, absolute stunning compliment kind of a fragrance. It's captivating, it's alluring, it's a date night fragrance. Overall, my rating on this one, the reason why I got this thing is because I'm going to give this thing an 8 out of 10. I think it is that good. I think this is a wonderful smelling fragrance. It is wonderful. If it performed a little bit better, I could go 8.5. I could go 9 with this thing if it performed better, but it's like a slightly stronger side of average, so I don't really give it too much extra for that. Overall though, I mean, this thing's at least a 7.5 in the scent profile, if not an 8. It's that good of a fragrance to me. You can smell these things. I smelled it at Walmart. I sprayed it on my skin and walked around a little bit, and I didn't get very far when I said, you have to come home with me. You're not staying on the shelf. that wasn't going to happen. So it found itself a home, a nice, loving father who was going to take care of this thing and use it a lot. And more than likely, I'm going to garnish compliments with this thing. This thing is very versatile. It's not best for like this summer, but you can get away with it. I'm getting away with it. It's August. I live in the Tampa Bay area. It's stinking ridiculously hot and humid, like where the steam is coming off the ground if like a drop of rain hits it. And this thing is working. I don't really recommend it for the highest heat, especially like not the gym, but I did wear it in the gym. It still worked just fine. But this is more of like a spring, fall, evening, date night kind of a fragrance. It'll work in a business. It's definitely office friendly. It's a great office fragrance, by the way, because it's so inoffensive. And it's just overall good smelling fragrance. As far as how close it is to Gucci Guilty, you will be reminded of Gucci Guilty when you smell this thing. They did a good job on it. They really did, especially in the dry down. Because the opening, this thing's a little bit more of a synthetic candied lemon kind of thing, but in the dry down and when the heart of this thing starts to shine through, it's definitely a whole lot more accurate. And these things are like $25 for a whatever this is, 1.7 ounce. I don't think they make a 3.4 ounce on these. I think they just come in this size and like little samples or something. But overall, this is one of those kind of fragrances that like reminds me of why I love this game. You know what I mean? It's like sometimes you'll find a fragrance and you're like, yes, I scored. This is what I've been digging for. It's like almost like treasure hunting, and you find it. And I found this one and it is mine and I'm happy about it. So I'm going to check out some more of these Dossiers. Some of them I wasn't blown away with. Others I thought were pretty darn close, pretty darn good. I haven't got them because I have other fragrances that smell like that, but I didn't have anything like this. The closest thing I have to this is like Diesel Only the Brave, but this is like a mature version of that, like the grown-up version, so that's why I picked it up. And that's my final thoughts on Dossier's Fougere Pink Pepper. With that, I'm out. Y'all be blessed. Take care of yourself always, and until next time.